My name is Devon with Math Mentors, and today we're going to be talking about the power rule. So, the general formula for the power rule when solving a derivative is x to the n. When you derive x to the n, it becomes nx to the n minus 1. Now, to give that just an easy example, let's assume we have the function f of x. And f of x equals x squared. Now, if we were to find the derivative of f of x being x prime x, or f of x prime, however you'd like to say it, that would equal, so let's write it out. So if we have x to the n equals nx to the n minus 1. So x and n is 2. So x and n equals 2. Sometimes it's good to label these kinds of things. So if we're going to do it, you have 2x to the 2 minus 1, which equals 2x. It's to the first power, but since it's to the first power, we don't have to show it. Now, let's do an example. Let's assume we have the function 2x. So we have f of x. And it equals 2x cubed. The derivative of 2x cubed would be, now since we have a coefficient, we have to multiply the n by the coefficient. So it would be 2 times 3x to the 3 minus 1. And for this, 2 times 3, 6x to the minus 1 to the second. Make that look a little cleaner. To the second power. Excuse me. Now, if we're going to create a second example, let's assume we have, how about we just say negative x to the 4th. How would we solve this? It would be the same idea. F prime x equals 4 times negative 1. So we have negative 1 times 4 x to the 4 minus 1, which equals negative 4 x to the 3. Now, you may be thinking, how would you solve the derivative of the square root of x? Because a key factor to note when doing calculus is that the square root of x is the same thing as x to the 1/2 power. Okay? So if it's x to the 1/2 power, and we're solving for the derivative. So f prime x equals, we have x and we have 1/2. So we're going to multiply the 1/2. So we have 1/2 x to the 1/2 minus 1. Now what that's going to equal is 1/2 x to the negative 1/2 power. Excuse me. So there's a few things to unravel here. So let's break it down. We have the fraction 1/2, and we're multiplying that by x to the, first thing to look at is the negative power. So since it's to the negative power, any exponent to the negative power means instead of it being x over 1, for example, it's the opposite. It's 1 over x. So here we have this times 1 over x to the 1/2 power. And as we determined up here, x to the 1/2 power is the same thing as the square root of x. So this is also 1 over square root of x. So if we're multiplying these two, that's going to equal 1 over 2 times the square root of x. So here, it's just 1 over 2 square roots of x. And that will usually be how you solve that kind of problem. Hopefully this was a good review and look into how you use the power rule to solve derivatives. Thank you very much.